Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Got the sound link right here. Oh. It says Susan. Says oh, here's their name.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। अभी बज रहे हैं सुबह के गुड मॉर्निंग।
Okay, ready? 1.
Stop asking research questions to ChatGPT. Its answers are not reliable.
Singing on tal is not
I've never heard a voice that good in my life, actually. Oh, this is gonna be a crazy song. I can feel it already. That's Lydian mode. Oh, I knew they had to have a third somewhere. Holy shit. How many songs can you sing in this beat?
How many songs can you sing in this beat? अरे रे अरे क्या हुआ मैंने न ये जाना अरे रे अरे बन जाए ना कहीं कोई अफसाना आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद दीदार उनका होता है
I know, right? I have not a single idea what word they're saying, Susan. But man, it sounds fucking great. I'll be right back, guys.
चली मैं चली है अपना काफिला जब प्यार से चला लोगों का दिल चला यारों का दिल मिला मोहब्बत का यही सिलसिला ओ है ओ मुकाला मुकाबला लैला ओह लैला मुकाबला सुभान अल्लाह ओह लैला How many songs can you sing in this beat? अरे रे अरे क्या हुआ मैंने न ये जाना अरे रे अरे बन जाए ना कहीं कोई अफसाना आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद दीदार उनका होता है कैसे कहूँ मैं हूँ यार प्यार कैसे होता है पागल हुआ दीवाना हुआ पागल हुआ दीवाना हुआ कैसे ये दिल की लगी हाँ चुरा के दिल तेरा चली मैं चली है अपना काफिला जब प्यार से चला लोगों का दिल चला यारों का दिल मिला मोहब्बत का यही सिलसिला ओ है ओ मुकाला मुकाबला लैला ओह लैला मुकाबला सुभान अल्लाह ओह लैला How many songs can you sing in this beat? अरे रे अरे क्या हुआ मैंने न ये जाना अरे रे अरे बन जाए ना कहीं कोई अफसाना आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद दीदार उनका होता है कैसे कहूँ मैं हूँ यार प्यार कैसे होता है पागल हुआ दीवाना हुआ पागल हुआ दीवाना हुआ कैसे ये दिल की लगी के दिल तेरा चली मैं चली है अपना काफिला जब प्यार से चला लोगों का दिल चला यारों का दिल मिला मोहब्बत का यही सिलसिला ओ है ओ मुकाला मुकाबला लैला ओह लैला मुकाबला सुभान अल्लाह ओह लैला. How many songs can you sing in this beat? अरे रे अरे ये क्या हुआ मैंने ना ये जाना अरे रे अरे बन जाए ना कहीं कोई अफसाना आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद दीदार उनका होता है कैसे कहूँ मैं हूँ यार प्यार कैसे होता है पागल हुआ दीवाना हुआ पागल हुआ दीवाना हुआ कैसे ये दिल की लगी हाँ चुरा के दिल तेरा चली मैं चली है अपना काफिला जब प्यार से चला लोगों का दिल चला यारों का दिल मिला मोहब्बत का यही सिलसिला ओ है ओ मुकाला मुकाबला लैला ओह लैला मुकाबला सुभान अल्लाह ओह लैला. How many songs can you sing in this beat? अरे रे अरे ये क्या हुआ मैंने ना ये जाना अरे रे अरे बन जाए ना कहीं कोई अफसाना आंखें खुली हो या हो बंद आंखें खुली हो या
Good morning, Suprabha. Today is day 2 and like you can see you out right now. We are done and we are running together. Like we were also live on Facebook while being live. देखिए जगह तो बहुत ही सुंदर.
Okay, please guys.
Pandit Ajay Chakraborty photo made to stand on either sides of her, like you can see. I think it's a very beautiful. Everything working. One full day of interview.
When I actually hear it, though.
आसुर से सजे संगिनी संगिनी सुर संगिनी रागिनी ले जा तू संग अपनी धुन अपनी सुर से सजे संगिनी.
This is real 24-tone music here. Us Europeans and Westerners, we only use, what's it called? 12-tone music. You're hearing 24-tone music right now. Holy shit. In other words, I wouldn't even be able to play this back on the piano because I would need 24 keys per octave. I only have 12 keys per octave on a piano.
चल ना पाए जो गाना कौन सा है featuring my guru Rahul's pictures. You have to guess which song it is.
Holy shit.
And welcome back to this U.S. Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
सपने सच में सच होते हैं. Daylight में Delhi looks so beautiful. I just wish that we had more time to go around the city. इसी के साथ
in my view, is early voting is about to start, and I don't know how many Americans are truly familiar with her positions of decriminalizing illegal immigration and free housing, health care, education. Tim Walz wants free college education, legal driver's licenses.
I was so honored today.
And she wants a path to citizenship.
His brother endorsed me.
I saw it.
And his whole family. I saw the picture. And honestly, it was a very nice looking family. But his brother endorsed me, and the whole family endorsed me. I said, who are all the people?
Let me play Kamala.
There's something weird with that guy. He's a weird guy. JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things, perhaps, but we're not weird.
That's President Trump taking a much-deserved victory lap, basking in the multiple endorsements of Tim Walz's entire family. And guess what? They're not alone. Another high-powered Democrat just flipped and is endorsing Trump. All this as Kamala's campaign is in an absolute tailspin. We're going to see the latest data coming in that shows that this election is indeed, shall we say, slipping through the Democrats' fingers by the hour. And with the debate around the corner, it promises only to get worse. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So let me encourage you to smack that bell and subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss a single episode where we analyze the latest polls and trends as we march towards November. Plus, we get a front row seat of the amazing things that are happening all over the world for conservatives. So again, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, before we dive in here, I want all of you who are so tirelessly working to save our country to click on that link below and begin taking care of yourself and your own health. And health starts actually with our livers. I mean, think about it. Our poor livers, we literally throw everything that we ingest at our livers, and that's why so many of us suffer from a fatty liver that makes us gain weight and lose energy. But thanks to today's sponsor, there is a very real solution to that. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural supplement. It contains 12 clinically proven botanicals. It helps recharge and protect your liver. It's manufactured right here in the good old USA, and it's approved by independent American doctors. And if you click on that link below right now, you can actually try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of blood sugar formula when you order today. So don't let a fatty liver keep you sluggish and inactive. Gang, as many of you know, I myself lost over 60 pounds, and I could say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So now it is your turn. Click on that link below or go to getliverhelp.com/Turley and claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Turley. President Trump had his town hall in a key swing state of Pennsylvania last night. The town hall was, of course, hosted by Fox News in lieu of the debate that was supposed to happen, but of course Kamala chickened out. No bother. It was a massively successful night. The crowd was so huge and so loud, and they're cheering that actually Hannity at times had a hard time even being heard in asking his questions. Now, as of today, those cheers just got a bit louder with a brand new endorsement. A former California Senate Majority Leader, one of the top Democrats in California, has indeed defected. Former Senate Leader Gloria Romero has announced that she is leaving the Democrat Party. She's registering Republican, and she's giving her full endorsement of President Trump.
In this Capitol behind me, I served as both Senate Democratic Caucus Chair and the Senate Majority Leader. But today I say goodbye. Adios. I've had enough. I am now another near lifelong Democrat who is joining the growing number of people, including key groups like Latinos, who are leaving the Democratic Party. This is not the Democratic Party that I once championed, I do not recognize it anymore, and I cannot continue. I changed my voting registration today as the sun was rising to Republican, which has, under Donald Trump, become the champion of working people, the big tent. And indeed, I will vote for Donald Trump this fall. While there are several issues that I could highlight for this action, let me just list some that are most prominent.
And so there you have it. The political realignment continues. We got Robert Kennedy, we got Tulsi Gabbard, we got Elon Musk. The list keeps going on and going on. We're indeed seeing the emergence of two distinct political parties, a party of the elites, of the establishment, of the permanent political class, and a party of the people, the ordinary American, the heartland, ready to take back our nation. Now, what's happening here in all of these defections is actually just part and parcel of this massive surge in momentum towards Trump of late that Rasmussen's daily tracking polls have been picking up. Trump has opened up a 6-point lead nationally in their daily tracking. And it's no coincidence that the betting odds on Polymarket are swinging more and more towards Trump. And now the election forecasters are starting to move in Trump's direction. I would take a look at the Democrats' favorite election forecaster, Nate Silver. Gang, we've been featuring him every day, and the odds just keep going up for Trump. Look at where he has Trump right now. He's got Trump with nearly a 60% chance of winning back the White House, and that number grows by the day. A week ago it was barely 50%. They were more or less dead even. Now Trump has opened up a 16-point lead in just days in terms of his odds of winning the presidency. And you may be asking why. Again, Nate Silver is the darling of the left. Why is the darling of the left, who's just as privy to all these puff polls that the New York Times and CNN has been peddling, why is he giving Trump a near 60% chance of winning the White House? Well, the answer is actually rather simple. In a word, Pennsylvania. It's not a coincidence that Trump did his town hall from the Keystone State. Pennsylvania is absolutely key to winning this election. Key, that is, for Kamala. You see, Trump is shutting her out of 270. If Kamala doesn't win Pennsylvania, there really is no viable path for her to win the presidency. That's why she's running ads 24/7 in the Keystone State. I know. I live in the greater Philly area. I see them ad nauseum every night. But as we're seeing with the Nate Silver forecast model, it's not working. Here's the political analyst Mark Halperin on what his sources are telling him about Kamala's chances in Pennsylvania.
So, Pennsylvania, key to the whole race right now in terms of the Electoral College. I've been asking people two questions in the state, national strategists and campaigns. Two questions. One is, who's currently ahead in Pennsylvania, and where does Pennsylvania rank in terms of 1 through 7 of the states Harris is most likely to win? 1, it would be Wisconsin or Michigan. Then the question is, where's Pennsylvania? Some people have it as high as 3rd. Some people have it as low as 6th. One of my sources gave me a list and put it at 6th, and that led to the highlight of my day, which is, I hope we have that picture. There's very few places of honor in American political coverage, political journalism, that they're difficult to obtain, but not everyone can get this as part of their day. There I am, ladies and gentlemen, on Karl Rove's whiteboard. That is prime real estate in American politica. And so Karl took this list that my source gave me and thought it was my list. I feel bad because I could see why he thought that. But as you can see here, this source of mine, who I trust very much, very smart person, puts Pennsylvania 6th, the 6th most likely state for Harris to win. If that's true and Harris loses Pennsylvania, she's almost certainly not going to win. There are mathematical ways for her to win. Some of them go beyond mathematics, but very tough for her to win if she doesn't win Pennsylvania. I talked to 2 people today, Democrats who know the state very well, and they both said that they thought Harris not only was behind in Pennsylvania today, but they thought she was likely to lose the state. They didn't rule out that she could win it, but they thought it was unlikely. And if you believe that, what these people believe, and if you believe that what my source does, that her chances of winning Pennsylvania are quite low, you can't make her the favorite. And you almost can't even say this race is a toss-up.
Now, make no mistake, that's about as dire as it gets. I want everyone to make sure you understand what Mark Halperin just said there. And I know we can't be complacent, right? We can't let up. I know that. But I do think we have to understand that no other political pundit is talking this way about Trump the way Mark Halperin just talked about Kamala. If Kamala does not win Pennsylvania, she does not win this election. There is no viable path to 270 with Pennsylvania off the table for her. And according to her own people, according to Democrat insiders, at this point, it does not look like she has any chance of winning Pennsylvania, which is just another way of saying she has no chance of winning this election. Now, that's why we're going to have our second video today. Now, do you see why we have Russiagate 2.0 coming back? Now, again, obviously, things can change. We do not want to get compliant here. They could pull a rabbit out of the hat. There could be some October surprise. I mean, but what we have to understand is that if Pennsylvania is going Trump, and all indicators are that it is, I see Trump signs, by the way, everywhere when I drive through Pennsylvania. If Pennsylvania is going Trump, there is no way Wisconsin is going Kamala. And that's because Wisconsin tends to vote to the right of Pennsylvania. They did in 2016. They did in 2020. If Pennsylvania goes to Trump, so does Wisconsin. If Pennsylvania goes to Trump, so does Arizona and Georgia. Because both Arizona and Georgia have significantly more Republicans than Pennsylvania. They vote to the right of Pennsylvania every time. Pennsylvania right now is the bellwether of this election, and Kamala is literally imploding in all the key swing counties in Pennsylvania that are all inordinately working class, blue collar. They were at least sympathetic to old Scranton Joe. They actually, many of these swing counties in Pennsylvania went with Joe back in 2020 because at least he had some connection with those voters in Pennsylvania. You know, billing himself as Scranton Joe, right? But California, Kamala? Commie Kamala? She's a polling disaster in these Pennsylvania working class counties that you need to win Pennsylvania. There was one political strategist who once remarked that Pennsylvania electorally is basically Philadelphia on one side, Pittsburgh on the other, and Alabama in between. Kamala is certainly shoring up Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, as did Joe Biden. But unlike Biden, she's completely lost Alabama. This is what Nate Silver is seeing. Make no mistake, this is what Nate Silver is seeing. He's not paying attention to these puff polls, these national puff polls from the New York Times and CNN that they're pushing. He's looking at reality. And reality is right now, as we speak, Kamala looks like she is crashing and burning in Pennsylvania. And if she is crashing and burning in Pennsylvania, the election is effectively over. So again, obviously, this is no time for complacency. The Democrats seem to be endless in their capacity to artificially skew things in their favor. But as things stand right now, the political world is effectively recalibrating itself around Trump and the new MAGA movement. All the while, Kamala's chances of winning the White House slip through her fingers more and more every day.
Your time has expired.
Once you get a power, you will never relinquish it. Do you think that the 4 feet of marble that holds you above high in this chamber will help you from the fate of humanity which you are unleashing? No! It won't! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated! 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 They will be asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Unleashing! No! It won't! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated! It won't! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated! They will be asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? They will be asked, how many vaccines have you had? They will be asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? They will be asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail
I know, right? It's my fucking favorite video of all time, man.
Section 1! Yes, you, Dr. Wuhan! You are in violation of the Nuremberg Code, which is international law! And the definition is...
Your time has expired.
Your time has expired!
Back in 2022, I lost 2 very important people in my life. Big figures. It really wasn't until February.
Trigger warning!
I put a fist to the face of a rapist, and yeah, I take this for the
Trigger warning. Why, what happened? Who, me? No, I was laughing.
The politicians, once you get a power, you will never relinquish it. You get a power.
You want to hear?
You will never
I'm gonna kill some noobs while I finish my meal here, and then we'll get started. Yo, let's hear that, the other one. Yeah, the Indian song you've all been waiting for.
1, 2, 3, go.
Ho.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
तुझसे मिलना पुरानी दिल्ली में छोड़ आए निशानी दिल्ली में पल्ली माना से दरी बेतलब तेरी मेरी कहानी दिल्ली में ओह काली कमली वाली को याद करते तेरे काले काले नैनों की कसम खाते हैं वो तेरे काले काले नैनों की मलाई लो तेरे काले काले नैनों को दवाई दे दो मेरी जान उदास है होठों पे प्यास है आजादी 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 तेरी बातों में की मोहब्बत की खुशबू है वो तेरा नाम है गर्मियों की लू है वो तेरी बातों में की मोहब्बत की खुशबू है वो तेरा नाम है गर्मियों की लू है मेरी अंगड़ाई न टूटे तू आजा मेरी अंगड़ाई न टूटे तू आजा गजरा रे तेरे काले काले नैना गजरा रे तेरे काले काले नैना वो तेरे नैना
That's literal Lydian mode.
तुझसे मिलना पुरानी दिल्ली में छोड़ आए निशानी दिल्ली में पल्ली माना से दरी बेतलब तेरी मेरी कहानी दिल्ली में ओह काली कमली वाली को याद करते तेरे काले
Susan, I'm like, I can't stop listening to this, man. It's amazing. This song is so good, I'm gonna quit the fucking game. Hell yeah! Alright, so what is it that we're trying to do here? So what we're trying to do is, well, let me pause this for a moment. So, right now, I'm just compiling a bunch of quotes, okay? Now, you know, you have an introduction and an abstract about election fraud, right? But, math alone can't win in a courtroom. I know that now from personal experience, okay? So, if we go to this section here in the contents, somewhere here. I must have wrote it somewhere. Unless I had a dream of writing it and never actually wrote it. Like, sometimes I forget what I write in dreams and what I actually write in the fucking paper. Hold on. I'm pretty sure. I actually wrote this in real life, so hold on. I'm looking for something. What? Oh my god, did I actually write this in a dream and thought I wrote it in real life? I'm looking for a particular... I mean, I can write it now in real life if it's not in here. There's no way. There's no way I didn't write this in real life. I distinctly remember writing it. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Okay, I have it. Okay. If you believe that presenting all the mathematical facts from the certified cast vote record will ensure victory in court, without mastering the language, you are mistaken. Unless, of course, blah, blah. So this is a... This is really the crux of what's going on here. But I need to put that earlier in the paper, okay? Alright, so I'll be right back. That song was so good it made me quit playing video games. That's fucking amazing. I'll be right back. Hi, Captain Bradford. I knew I wrote something like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, no. I'm like, there's no way that this was something that I drummed up while I was in meditation or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, I don't know if I actually sleep or I go into like some hybrid of hibernation and meditation. Like, it's hard to tell. I'll be right back.
New Order has Blue Monday, which is one of the highest selling songs of all time. And Joy Division was the name of a Nazi unit. And they had to come out and say, that is not the intention of the name, that's not what we meant.
Well, but you know what the Joy Division was.
What was it? Man, I guess this is Tim Week in the news, because I'm just in the news all the time. Now, admittedly, it wasn't my fault that the Harris campaign accused me of calling for what is tantamount to genocide of Democrats. That's a lie, by the way. And we are currently in the process of drafting our formal complaint. We will be filing a lawsuit. But now news broke. The DOJ said that there's this RT employees were covertly funding a U.S. company publishing thousands of videos in furtherance of Russian interests. And it is presumed that company is Tenet Media. For those who aren't familiar, this is a new media company, and we license one of our shows, Culture War, to them. And now I'm getting hit up by, like, everybody in the media. They're emailing me, and they're tweeting at me and sending me DMs being like, what's going on with this? Well, I'll make clear immediately in the start of the show, did you read the indictment? It clearly says that I, as well as the other personalities, were victims. We were deceived by people intentionally to trick us into licensing our content to them. I will add, I have a statement about this, which, you know, we'll launch the full segment, but we never produced anything for them. We had an existing show that was already in production that they licensed distribution for, which meant that the show that we already produced appeared on their network. Not surprising. And the family is endorsing Trump, which is kind of weird, but sure. Not like Tim Walz's kids, but just like his extended family. So we'll talk about all that. Before we get started, my friends, head over to castbrew.com and pick up some coffee if you want to support our cultural endeavors. The purpose of Cast Brew is that when you buy Cast Brew coffee, it's not so much about this show. It does support us. But the funding of this coffee, when you buy it, it's to build physical locations where you can hang out, where we can have these clubs. So go to castbrew.com. Also, head over to timcast.com. Click Join Us to become a member and support our work directly. Click Join Us. You can sign up to become a member for $10 a month or more if you'd like to give more. And then join our Discord server. We can hang out with like-minded individuals and call...
I mean, we can argue about Tim Pool in that particular vein, Captain Bradford, like all we want. But I think you have to think of what Tim Pool does from a larger perspective, right? Now, I know this is a terrible analogy, but you know how, like, a gateway drug, like marijuana or something, and then that leads to somebody using cocaine or heroin or LSD or some other shit? I know this is an analogy because it's like saying that... It's like saying that Tim is a bad guy. It's not. I just can't find a better analogy at this moment. So I'm using a very negative version of the analogy, okay, of what Tim is doing. So Tim is like the gateway drug for people. He knows he is what will get people to research further. You get what I'm saying? And eventually come to our side. I think Tim Pool knows that about himself, which is why he does toe the line for YouTube on election fraud. Okay? So, I think you have to realize what it is that Tim is doing, right? He doesn't lie, but he omits. There are things he omits in order to stay in front of a very large audience of people that will do their own research and find out that which he has omitted, and they'll find different sources about those things. And that's why I can't fault Tim Pool for towing the line on certain issues. I think what he is doing is necessary. That's just my view on the subject.
Into our members only after show where you can actually join the show with us and our guests. So again, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel. I will stress, I am currently waiting on the next moves from our legal team, which should be coming very, very soon. And this battle, we are going to be suing the Harris campaign for defamation, is going to be very expensive. We don't know where it'll go. There's a lot of detractors and naysayers and critics, but if you support our efforts, please go to timcast.com, sign up, become a member, and again, smash that like button. Joining us tonight to talk about this and so much more is Anthony Constantino.
Happy to be here.
Who are you? What do you do?
I got a company called Sticker Mule, and I made waves a few weeks ago for apparently you can't say that it's not nice to hate Trump supporters. So I sent a thing out telling our customers, you know, people need to stop hating Trump supporters. Apparently you can't say that, and it ended up becoming a big thing. I ended up being the talk of the town, particularly on Threads. I told everyone Threads became the Mark Zuckerberg's website, which he made to mess up X or whatever. But, you know, I became the talk of the town on Threads, became the Sticker Mule fan club for a week, and also talked about all over the internet, YouTube Reels, and all this other stuff.
So Sticker Mule is a huge company.
1,200 people, 39 countries.
Wow.
I live in Mexico, so yeah.
And then you just endorsed Trump.
You know, more so than that, I just came out and said the hate for supporters got to stop, you know.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right on. Well, thanks for coming. This should be interesting. Yeah. We'll hear all about that story. We got Ian hanging out.
Hi, everyone. Good to be here. I've been streaming hard during the days, so check me out on my